All right, guys.
When you speak, you split my heart wide open. When you breathe, you put my life in motion. So now I'm dancing to your heartbeat, your heartbeat. You got me dancing to your heartbeat, your heartbeat. Oh, because of your love, there's air in my lungs, there's hope on my tongue. I can't get enough because of your love. I feel it inside. You've opened my eyes. I'm coming alive because of your love. Yeah. When you move, I feel the roaring thunder.
Is anyone on?
Your name, I give my life forever, forever. Because of your love, there's air in my lungs, there's hope on my tongue. I can't get enough because of your love. I feel it inside. You've opened my eyes. I'm
You can't see the one FB. You just leave it FB. It's on FB. Put it FB then. Yeah, we have one. Hey. Hello, one viewer.
So now I'm dancing to your heartbeat. You got me moving to your heartbeat, your heartbeat. Oh, because of your love, there's air in my lungs, there's hope on my tongue. I can't get enough because of your love.
Hey, Hannah.
Feel it inside. You've opened my eyes. I'm coming alive because of your love. There's air in my lungs. There's hope on my tongue.
Share silent.
Can't get enough because of your love. I feel it inside.
Shares the group chat.
Open my eyes. I'm coming alive because of your love.
Oh, there's no people. Hey, everyone.
Because of
Hey, you too. All right, let's go. Let's go.
And darkness cannot hide it shining through. Oh, King Jesus, be lifted high. Beyond the stars and the skies we're running to. You, King Jesus. Hope is rising and hearts are turning. You are the one that we want, we want. You are worthy, you are the one.
Hey, Arjo. Deo. Hey guys, happy 8th anniversary. Saddleback is 8 years old.
At the mention of your name, come alive. Oh, sweet Jesus, let every breath sing out the praise Almighty wonder.
We don't talk about food, no, 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 no. We don't talk about food, no. It was our wedding day. You know the song, right? And there wasn't a cloud. So happy. Hey guys! We're in the room and we're actually together. Is this the first time?
First time.
Yeah, same room. We got tested. You have vaccines?
Yeah.
I'm vaccinated. And I have antibodies from Omicron. All right. Hey guys, welcome everyone. Hey Kazaya, all the way from Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
All right. J.O. Arjo is in the house. All right. Hello everyone. How was your week? And happy anniversary to all of you. Happy 8th year anniversary to Starbucks, Santa Rosa, and SSM.
Oh yeah, it's a very special week indeed.
And we actually just spent the day partying this morning.
Party.
Yeah, the anniversary party.
Oh yeah, the anniversary party.
Yeah.
It was a great party.
Yeah, so super fun. We were back in the room.
Yeah.
We had like 40 people. We had 40
food.
students here. We had food.
Games, prizes.
Super cool.
Shout out to our winner, Lance
Estrada. Congratulations on your new headphones. Yeah, because we're together. We're together here in the SSM room. Pretty cool. All right. What else? What else coming up? Well, guys, how about this? If you've been with Saddleback for a while, why don't you guys share? If there's any funny memory you remember. How old were you when you came in?
I was like 12, I think. Yeah.
8 years ago, so not 20.
Am I 20 on 21? So I was like 13.
13.
Yeah, I was 13.
You came in right
at the start. Grade 7.
7.
Yeah, grade 7. I remember.
And I'm third year college.
Third year. How's that?
Almost. Dying inside. Hey guys, who else is on? Who else is on today? We have Hannah in the back.
Hi!
That's right. And as you guys can see, our chat is showing on the TV.
We have enough of a budget to
Yeah,
show
yeah.
chat live.
80-inch chat box.
Chat box.
What else? What else do we do? We had cupcakes.
Yeah, there were cupcakes.
Yeah,
It was so cute.
There was one left over.
Where is it? Where's the last cupcake? Did it show chat? That's chat's cupcake, guys.
Hey everyone, this is the online communities. We saved you guys one.
Oh, so cute.
Made by Needs by Margaret. All right. Shout out. It's not an endorsement. We paid them to do this. All right.
Yep.
And
SSM at A. Wow.
right. Oh, it is?
So cute. Yeah. At right? I'd like to believe it's a
I
T.
thought it was just a doodle.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, guys.
It was so cute. There were so many new people here.
Yeah, we had like 10.
10 new people.
First-timers?
Yeah, it's like that was so cool.
Yeah. What else did we have? What else did we do? What else did we do?
There were corn dogs.
Did you get the try?
I didn't get to try the corn dog.
Nachos. Did you get the?
No, I forgot there were.
They said they had
nachos.
nachos. Did you get the try? Did you get the corn dogs? Yesterday. Oh, you guys weren't here yesterday. I
Yeah.
didn't get to try that time. Anyway, hope you guys are doing okay, and hope you guys are doing well. Welcome. Thank you for celebrating today with us. I know it's a bit of a rough setup. We don't have all the equipment we need due to a lot of things happening at church, but we still wanted to make today happen. Just for people who can't come in person. Oh, by the way, cool news. Hannah and Zaira, who have been streaming with us for a year, about a year, more or less, it was their first time to come to the building today, and they got baptized. They got baptized today.
That was so cool. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Hannah and Zaira, and by their life group leaders, which is cool, Lauren and Nikki. So that was really such a cool moment. There was a fun people celebrating baptism today. What else happened? I think that's it. How about you guys? Chat's pretty quiet today. What's going on with you guys? What's happening? How is your post-Valentine's state?
Wait, they did? Really? Yeah. Yeah, it was a cool thing. Everyone was there. The growth group was there. Almost all of SSM.
Did you say growth group?
Was it growth group?
Did
Did I say growth? Oh, the grade group. Yep.
Group, sorry. Live group.
Another
Live
one,
group.
live group.
Shout out to growth churches love growth group. Love you, Jesus. What else? Let's go to ketchup.
Sunday ketchup.
All right, guys. Wait.
Okay, you have it. I have it here as well.
You have it here?
Yeah, I have it here as well. Oh, 3, 2. We're gonna go into Sunday ketchup, boys and girls. Boom! Sunday ketchup.
Nice.
Nice and smooth. Our first topic of the week. Very, very, very exciting news, guys. This has been on our radar since the end of the end game.
Right.
You guys know there's this small movie company called Marvel.
Yeah,
Studios.
Marvel
MCU.
Studios.
Have this thing called the MCU.
And now that No Way Home officially introduced the concept of a multiverse to the MCU movies, we got the trailer of the first full trailer of the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
This is crazy.
This week.
What's about?
All right, you haven't seen it?
I have not seen it.
I've seen it. The craziest thing about it is you hear Sir Patrick Stewart's voice, and if you guys don't know who Sir Patrick Stewart is, he plays Professor X.
Professor X?
X-Men movies.
Oh, that's cool.
So, there might be Hugh Jackman comes back.
It's huge. It's huge. This
Huge.
is huge.
Hugh Jackman.
This is huge for the separate franchises clashing together.
right now. With so sorry for that. Thank you guys for sticking. We actually gained viewers from the BRB, so maybe we should just have the BRC,
Yeah, we should have
the
the
BRB
BRB.
screen for the whole time. Anyway, so there's 3 classes happening right now, and we're all fighting over bandwidth. So I just had to go there and just start canceling classes, stopping class 101, 2, 4, 1, just so that we can have a seat. All right, we're back. Everyone back?
Where were we?
We're good. We were talking about multiverse of madness.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about that. What about it?
What else do I know that the main antagonist will be himself, Doctor Strange.
That's
Yeah.
his theory.
No, we saw in the trailer. I saw the Twitter trailer like 5 minutes before the stream started. I was like, I gotta research a bit.
Yeah, I mean, point there. So yeah, when you watch the trailer, it's like it's either Wanda himself or totally someone else.
Yeah, it's totally someone else. I think there's a new girl.
Yeah,
There's a new girl.
new
Very
girl.
excited to see what she does, what she has.
I heard she has like powers, can jump from universe to universe.
Oh, that's cool.
That's where Star Portal.
I heard that they're converging like all the series that they've done over the years. So we have WandaVision.
Okay.
We've got the Loki coming in, and What If. Some episodes of What Ifs are coming in. So that's very exciting.
So that's almost required watching if you want to watch.
Yeah, you're gonna miss out a lot
Multiverse of Madness.
if you don't watch it.
So you heard it here, guys. Tip. I'm gonna get some water.
Okay, guys. So while Quidjor is getting his water, I am gonna bring up the next piece of news. We've got Blue's Clues, guys. This is huge. This is bigger
Multiverse of Madness.
than Multiverse of Madness. This is bigger than No Way Home. If you don't know what Blue's Clues is,
Bigger than the.
where have you been the past 21 years?
Yeah, I grew up with these clues.
This is bigger news than when the nuke hit New York in Avengers. This is bigger news than when Tony Stark invented time travel. This is exactly what I needed.
Oh, wait, Jay was asking, how about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series? Well, they didn't go multiverse with that.
Yeah, they did not.
It was very local, so maybe not as multiversal. Maybe not as required watching.
I don't think we'll see Captain America there. Will you see?
I hope so. No. There's rumors that it's gonna be Captain Carter.
Captain Carter.
The
like
woman-
a different
The
universe.
woman version.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Peggy Carter got super soul serum. So
Interesting. I like that. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so Blue's Clues. What do we have?
Well, it's Steve, Joe, and
Josh.
Josh is the third guy.
Yeah, Josh
Is
is
he
the third guy.
Pinoy? Is he the one that's Pinoy?
Yeah,
Half?
he's a Pinoy. He's half Pinoy.
He's a half or full. Alright,
It's Josh de la Cruz.
We're gonna ask our professional researcher in the back.
Professional researchers, producers,
Hello,
production team.
hello, producer, Mrs. H. Could you research if Josh is full Pinoy? All right, she's on her supercomputer right now. She's gonna get back to us.
Now, I want to talk a bit more about the previous hosts of Blue's Clues.
All right,
Because
all right.
if I remember, there was two guys, they were brothers, like on canon. They're two brothers. One of them had to leave because I don't know why. Why?
All right, when you feel all right, half enough.
Okay.
He's cap. Cap. I don't know. Anyway, which one did you grow up with?
I grew up with Josh.
Really?
Oh wait, no. Joe was the second
Steve.
guy. The second guy.
Joe.
Joe. I grew up
You
with
grew up
Joe.
with Johanna. You grew up with Joe. Okay, she's not. She's too focused on research. I grew up with Steve,
Steve?
and I remember his final episode. He was saying goodbye. It was so sad. And the funny thing is, everyone seems to have a different answer to the question of why Steve disappeared.
Yeah, I think there were so many questions too.
My mom used to tell me that Steve died because he overdosed on drugs.
That's crazy.
And it's funny because that's his answer That was her answer when I asked her, "Where is Luke Skywalker, the actor? Where's Mark Hamill?" And she said,
Yeah.
"Oh, he overdosed on drugs too." But apparently they're both alive.
They're doing fine.
Yeah,
They're doing
Mark
fine.
Hamill is alive, and Steve is fine. He just went to
Yeah.
college. I think it was last year when he released a statement saying
Yeah.
he left because he was growing up and he wanted to take further studies. So he just disappeared. They passed to
Joe.
Right.
No, if I remember correctly, Josh left. From what I understand, Josh
Wait,
left.
Josh is the third.
Oh,
Joe is second.
Joe is the second. The first is Steve.
Steve, Joe, Josh.
Yeah, Steve was apparently Steve gave the house to his brother Joe.
Right.
And then
Joe is
Joe,
Tagalog.
which I grew up with personally throughout the length of Blues Clues. He gave Josh the house because he was the one that was going to college. Yeah, so that was really interesting.
So how about the chat? Who
Who's
did
your
you
favorite?
Yeah, who did you guys grow up with? Probably Joe.
Yeah,
So
I think
the generation goes Steve,
Joe,
and then
Chad's
probably
Josh.
junior hires probably grew up with Josh.
Mm.
Pretty cool. Though. We have a ton of Pinoys.
Yeah. I love Blues Clues. I'm happy that it's back. I'm happy that it's still going.
What Blue can do, we can do.
Yeah, it teaches kids a lot about being yourself, having self-esteem and confidence.
That's what you remember.
Asking the right questions to get the right answers.
Ano pa yun?
I love that.
Salt and Pepper.
Oh yeah,
And then
there was
Mr.
a
Mr. Salt, Mr. Pepper, and
Yeah.
then their daughter Paprika
Paprika and
and
Kayan. No, Kayan.
did they?
I think it's just one.
I
It's
think
just one.
Paprika.
Yeah, I think it's just one.
Pail and shovel? No. Shovel, ba? What's
There's mailman. There's a mailman. No, there's
No,
just
no.
Mailbox.
Mailbox. King chair.
The paper and the
There's
pen,
a
the
cat.
paper and the crayon.
Periwinkle is the cat.
Mhm.
Magenta is the dog. Right.
Oh, you've never
J.O.
watched?
never watched Blue's Clues.
You
Whoa.
should. It's such
Yeah,
a great.
rewatch the season. There's a huge plot twist in season 3. It's not that kind of show.
Okay. Let's move on
All
to our
right,
last.
third topic. Now this one is for the Swifties in the house. So probably
Mhm.
J.O. I know J.O. is a big Swiftie. All right. But they've been dating for 5 years.
5 years is a good number. Solid.
What? The streaming is stopping.
Uh-huh.
So if we speed up, is that cancel it?
I think so.
Yeah,
Oh, we're fine now. Switching like that.
it's
It's scary.
okay. Guys, we're not giving up on it. All right, where are we?
So
So, yeah. I'm not sure, but I think her journey started with her dating journey in Hollywood started with Jake Gyllenhaal.
mm-hmm.
I think that's what I heard from my sister. And then she went from, like Taylor Lautner. She went with I think Joe Jonas,
Yeah, I remember that stuff.
Tom
Yeah.
Hiddleston.
Everyone. I'm confused because Joe Alwyn. Who is this guy? I've never
Oh,
seen.
she started with Joe Jonas,
I've
and
never
then
seen
Jake
this guy.
Gyllenhaal,
Yeah,
and then Gyllenhaal.
I mean,
All right, someone has to get us the timeline. Like, guys, who's a Swiftie here? Give us the lowdown. Give us the details.
I'm looking at these movies and I'm like, what are these movies?
Joe Jonas, Lucas Wu.
Who?
You know the guy?
The rapper?
You belong with me. Yeah, that guy. She dated that dude. All right, and then
Oh, this guy.
Taylor Lautner,
Corey Monteith.
Corey
Corey?
Monteith, the guy from Glee. Did he die? Oh no. All right. Thanks.
John Mayer.
John Mayer, Jake Gyllenhaal,
Connor Kennedy.
Mhm.
Kulai.
There's a lot.
Who? Harry Styles.
Harry
Oh,
Styles,
yeah.
definitely.
Who? Calvin Harris. Yeah.
Yep.
Tom Hiddleston. Naalala ko na to. Joe Alwyn is after Tom. All right,
The
wow.
final one after
That's-
11.
Mga ganun. Hey, I'm happy for her. If she finally got engaged and they've been dating for a while, I'm great.
Props to them.
Yeah, she's a little older. She thinks she's around
Wiser.
32, 33.
Wiser,
No,
yep.
in terms of age.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I know she's older than me. So cool.
Mhm.
So yeah, well, that's a bit of Valentine's news for you guys today. Hey Hannah, nakaabot pa ng live. We just saw each other this morning. I'm glad you guys got home safe. All right. What?
Congrats.
Congratulations. Hey, Taylor Swift. Congrats.
Yeah, and,
Wow.
and to Hannah,
Yeah.
she just got baptized today.
Oh, Hannah, congratulations to you. You got baptized today. We're so proud, Hannah.
And
All right, J.O. not actually a Swiftie, just listen to her songs. I listen to her songs too. She has
I like the songs. I like I listened a lot to the first.
I didn't listen to the whole all too well. You know, like
Mhm.
around 12 minutes.
Oh yeah, that was a long
12
one.
minute,
That was a long
It's like
one.
the spontaneous Bethel music song.
Yeah.
Or a COS version of Build My Life. 12 minutes. What else? I think we're good. Well, I wanted to talk about relationships today, and the specific reason. Let me just grab water. Because that cupcake is sweet. Well, guys, we're going to talk about relationships today, especially since it's right after Valentine's Day. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys like Valentine's Day? I know we have a lot of churchmates who love Valentine's Day, like John Paul Tolentino. He loves Valentine's Day. He just can't help giving up roses and stuff. He loves that. How about you guys? Well, can I see the comments? How do you guys like Valentine's Day? Naila, you're on the stream too. I just saw you this morning. Hello, guys. Do you like Valentine's Day? And I ask that because today we're going to talk about dating. We're going to talk about romantic relationships. Why? And there might be people here, junior hires, who think like, oh, Kuya Jor, I'm not gonna date yet. I don't like boys yet. They're disgusting, and it's fine. You might not like them yet. That's totally fine right now. Sure, but the time might come. There's a huge chance that the time might come where someone starts to like you, and you might start feeling, having feelings for someone too. So the things we're gonna learn today will help you eventually how to make the most of these relationships that you might come across. Now, before everything else, I want to ask, when is it time to date? When is it time for you guys to date? And the quick answer, the pastor approved version is when you and your parents agree that it's time for you to date. All right, so it has to be an agreement between you and your parents. And I really encourage you not to keep it a secret. Bad things really happen when things are hidden or they're kept secret like that. So please be open with your parents, ask them, get that, converse with them, discuss, hey, when can I start, especially if you're a senior and you're excited to go out on dates, make sure you discuss with your parents to figure out when they think you should start dating. All right, and then get a discussion about it. All right. Now, today we're specifically going to talk about toxic relationships, right? And I'm sure all of you guys have either heard of a toxic relationship, heard that term, been in a toxic relationship, or experienced it secondhand, or like saw a friend who went through a toxic relationship. And the word toxic is a very loose word that people use to define a relationship that's unhealthy, a relationship that isn't good, right? For example, no, I don't need an example, but if the relationship is destructive for both people in it, then that's when people start to label it as toxic. All right. And there are a lot of reasons why a relationship could be toxic, but today, these I'm going to share with you guys today three things, three principles and values that you should seek to build in a relationship that might help cure, and might help keep your relationships, your dating relationships, from becoming unhealthy or becoming toxic. All right. So, and I just want to say, guys, I am jealous and happy that I get to talk about this today because no one taught me this. I never learned about these three things from anyone else, and I wish there were. It would have saved me a lot of heartbreak. But these are hard-earned truths, and I did my research, and I looked for it, and I found biblical support to build these into your romantic or dating relationship. Right, the first one. The first value you should try to build when you start the date, right? Someday, I'm not saying now, someday, whatever, is choice. The value is choice. And all I mean is that there is freedom to choose. There is freedom of choice. All right. And I want to share with you guys a quick story. When I started getting to know my girlfriend now, when I met her last year and the year before, and I started messaging her, I was really excited. And because I was so excited, I would text her, I would message her, I would make up stuff, reasons, just to try and get to talk to her. And I was persistent, like really, I would try and talk to her every day. And I didn't know this. I didn't know this until I didn't notice anything was wrong about it until my crush, who's my girlfriend now, told me, messaged me, she chatted me and told me, Jorin, we don't have to talk every day. And it just blew my mind. First, I was like, oh, she doesn't like me. And then I started thinking about it, and I realized, wait, no, that's not what's happening here. It's just that it's true. We really aren't boyfriend and girlfriend. Why do I feel so compelled or so like it's my duty to try and talk to her? And I did some soul searching, and I didn't reply. And then I realized that it was coming from this deep insecurity inside me, right? And I just want to say, everyone deals with insecurity. No one is safe. No one is immune. No one is exempted. Everyone has something they're insecure about, right? But my insecurity was, the thoughts were, oh, if I'm not funny to her every day, she'll forget me and she won't like me. Oof, exactly. That was the exact response. Yeah. And that insecurity made me work overtime to try and make conversation. And the truth is, even if I actually didn't want to talk, because I was insecure, I still forced myself to try and have a conversation, even if I was tired. And I was realizing something, that I was taking away also my freedom to choose. I realized that I should only try and talk to her or engage in a conversation when I actually wanted to, not because I was forcing myself because of insecurity. And that changed the game, man. That changed the game, because I've had relationships before where I would, like, go 24/7, try and text and be funny all the time. And after a few months, I would just burn out and I would be tired. I would just stop and I would just go to the girl. And I realized it's because I never actually took time to think about whether or not I actually liked the girl. I was excited at the prospect of being in a relationship, but I never actually sat down, thought hard about, do I like her enough? And because my crush then and my girlfriend now she answered, she kind of, like held up her hand and said, "Hey, I'm not your girlfriend. We don't have to talk every day." That made me think. I've never actually considered if I really like the girl. And I started to look at, I started to not be as aggressive with my texting. And I started thinking, like, do I actually like her? How is she like? What is she like? What's her weaknesses? And you see, here's the problem with insecurity. Insecurity often leads to obsession because you feel like you need someone else to complete you. You obsess because you want to feel complete. You want to feel good. And the trouble with obsessed people is they don't listen. They don't mind. They don't look at person objectively, right? They don't respond. They're not honest. Obsessed people don't respect freedom, even their own freedom. All they want is what they want. And that makes love impossible. Why? Because loving is a choice. And freedom means that each person can choose to love or not love. And respecting that freedom means that if a person chooses not to love you, not to continue the relationship, you will. Girl, no means no, girls. And that means to respect choice. That that you won't guilt trip, that you won't coerce, or you won't manipulate someone to try and love you. Love cannot be forced. We see an example of this in the Bible. We see Paul's example when he wrote in Philemon chapter 4, verse 14. He says, he was talking to a church that he could have asked money from, and he says, "I did not want to do anything without your consent, so that any favor you do would not seem forced, but would be voluntary." So you see, this great leader of the faith, this great father of the faith, knew and respected voluntary choice. You don't coerce or manipulate, right? So guys, when you're starting to like someone and you guys are talking, don't try to force someone to like you. It's not your job to try and get someone to like you. All right? And curiously, I want to share this to you guys. The cure, and I just learned this with my relationship now. The cure to being obsessed is to have a good life. Build a good life for yourself first, right? Because if you build friendships, if you build relationships with a community that loves you, you have activities that you enjoy, you have a close relationship with God who cares for you, and you're grateful for the life that you have, then you know that another girl or a guy is only an addition, not a necessity. And that person, because you feel good enough about your life, you're happy about your life, you're purpose in your life, you won't feel as obsessed because that person is just an addition. You can respect whether they decide to stay in your life or not. So I told you guys, it's not your job. It's not your job to force someone to love. But it is your job. This leads us to the second point. It's your job to be honest. And that's the second value you want to build in that'll keep from a toxic relationship. Honesty. Honesty. And I want to share with you guys this story. I'm a bit of a nerd and I like playing video games. I grew up with it. My father, it was my bonding time with my dad growing up. He would take us out, me and my friends, and he would play with us. And that's how I grew up, bonding with video games. And this might be difficult to understand, but my generation, millennials, they're still nerds and like video game people who play video games weren't as cool. Does that make sense? Or like they're not as hip. They were seen as like nerdy and weird. So when I was getting to know my girlfriend now, and that I was gonna play a video game, and I would just tell her, "Hey, I'm about to spend time with my brother. I'm about to spend time with my friends." And I don't know why, but I was so embarrassed that I was such a geek, that I loved Star Wars and I loved fiction novels and there's I have a mind for fantasy. I was so embarrassed about that part of myself. And it took me a bit to really tell her that I actually like playing video games, that I'm actually a bit of a geek. And you see, the difficult thing and why this is important in a toxic relationship, honesty to cure a toxic relationship, is because if you're not honest about what you like and what you don't like, you are basically bending yourself. You are presenting a false version of yourself just so that you just so that someone will like you. And the trouble is with that is um, no one can love you if they don't know the real you, right? So, and the Bible says in Proverbs 10 verse 9, it says, honesty lives confident and carefree, but shift is sure to be exposed. If your crush likes K-pop and you don't, it's okay, right? It's okay. Tell her, like, I'm not a big fan. That's fine. If you like video games, if your crush likes video games and you don't, that's fine. Tell her, I don't play video games. I don't like video games. You know, because guys, because dating is all about figuring out whether you guys are like each other or not. And if you pretend and pretend and pretend, then you're basically lying about who you are. And that person's gonna have a hard time deciding. Why? Because you're not presenting the real you. The earlier you're honest about yourself, then that person can make a decision whether or not he or she likes you. You don't want to delay that. Right? Because why would you want to pretend and be in a relationship with someone who won't like, who you think won't like you for who you are? Terrible. That's not the way God designed romantic relationships to develop. And we see how God loves us. And that's a pattern we can all not great. Right? So you want to be as honest as you can about who you are, what you like, what you don't have to be ashamed about any part of you. God looks at you and he delights in you. So you don't need to be ashamed about your strengths, your weaknesses. All right, here's the last thing. Here's the last value you should try to build in to cure toxic relationships. Number 3 is self-control. And the story I want to tell you guys is after my crush, who's my girlfriend now, told me, hey, I'm not your girlfriend, we don't have to talk every day. I started realizing that, yeah, you know what, that's true. I force myself too much to try and be funny and be aggressive, or just be consistent and talk even if I'm tired. And I realized, and there was a time where we would talk and I would say, hey, I have work tomorrow, I would love to chat with you, but I have work tomorrow. Can we, let's head to bed at 10:30. Like, let's stop talking at 10:30. We can talk about, and then we'll talk about it the next time when we're free. Or whenever we were sharing and we were getting a little too deep with what we're sharing, we would say, hey, I'll tell you more about this, when we're official boyfriend girlfriend, or when we're engaged. And that's how it happened. And guys, it's super normal to be excited when you start liking someone, but you have to rein in that excitement, because it can lead you to do dumb stuff that'll turn this relationship toxic. Proverbs 25 verse 28 says this, like a city, it's not there, it says, like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. Now, a city that has no walls is a city that can be attacked any time of the day. It can be sacked, it can be robbed, and that's what it means for a person to have no self-control. If you have no self-control, you can just be taken advantage of, you can be attacked, you can crumble anytime. And here's quickly 3 dangers to show you whether or not you're exercising self-control. Number 1, danger number 1, oversharing. If you're sharing too much about yourself too early. If you guys have just been talking for like a few hours do not share every deep pain in your life, or like all the ways you hate your parents. Don't share the too deep. Keep that for later. You can share about who you know, what you like, the anime that you like, the sports that you like. But if you've just been talking for a few days, don't unload all your hurts and all. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Right? Why? Because if you share too much, you get attached emotionally, and it'll get harder to put you attached to someone. All right, number two, another danger to self-control is overtiming. If you spend too much time together, if it's 2 a.m. and you have class the next day, put the phone down. Stop it. Stop it. Right? If you're spending time with someone, causes you to get attached too. So be careful how much time you spend. Right? Don't sacrifice time for school, time for family. Right? And actually, I would suggest that it's actually super attractive to present self-control. When you say like, hey, I'm gonna spend time with my family now. Let's talk about, let's talk tomorrow or talk soon. I'm gonna spend time with my family. I'm gonna spend time with my siblings, or I'm gonna read my Bible. I'm about to go into quiet time. I wanted to spend time with God tonight. You see, that's super attractive, boys. Plus 1 million points. 1 million points. If you message and say, hey, I'd love to talk, but I I was planning to do my quiet time today. Jeez, funny. Yeah, yeah. Right? So guys, control how much time you guys spend. Here's another danger, over promising. When you make promises you can't keep. Nako. Girls, if a guy says, I'll wait for you. If a guy says, I will wait for you, kahit na matanda na tayo, girls, that guy is not even sure he's gonna pass algebra. He's not even sure he's gonna graduate. How can he promise you that he's gonna marry you someday or he's gonna love you forever? He doesn't even. Guys, over promising is a manipulation tactic. It's promising nothing that you can actually fulfill to get something, right? So girls, guys, don't promise anything you can't give. My girlfriend now, we're 7 months going on 8 months together, and we still say, hey, God willing, we end up together, because we still recognize that there's still a chance that we might not. Right? There's still a chance that something happens, we don't end up together, COVID, whatever. Someone gets sick, I get into a bike accident, like we can't tell. Right? So it's over promising when you give assurances of things that you can't actually control. So guys, don't make promises. And girls, do not trust guys when they make promises that are too lofty, too high. Nako, style lang yan. All right? So when you overshare, when you overtime, when you overpromise, guys, you get attached inappropriately and you start sacrificing important things in your life. And before your relationship is super unhealthy. Because guys, a key thing in relationships is controlling how much you give. If you're just talking, share. If you've just been talking a few days, just share a little. Keep your heart guarded. If you guys become official, your parents approve, you become official boyfriend, girlfriend, right? You can share a little bit more. Right? If you get engaged, you can share most of what's going on in your life. And if you get married, you get to share everything. So don't mix those up, right? If you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, you cannot share everything. Right? Don't mix those things up. There has to be a growth. You don't rush it. Because your relationships become unhealthy when you rush it. Because guys, and I want to tell you this, self-control is important because love thrives on time. When pag kinikilig na tayo, gusto natin madaliin eh. But that actually shows a lack of love. Love thrives on time. Time makes love grow. Self-control, even if it doesn't feel like it, actually gives your love a better chance. So, if ever you find yourself in a dating relationship, All right. You want to build freedom of choice. You want to build honesty, and you want to build self-control, so you can keep that relationship healthy. And a relationship is not. It moves. It can become healthy, unhealthy. It all depends on what you guys do, and it's like a dance. It's like a struggle. The two of you will have to work together to try and keep it healthy. And this one I didn't say during the live service today because I didn't realize I should have said it. But how do you know that that person can be the one? Or do you know that person's worth? And this might sound like a youth pastor answer, but it's so real. If being in a relationship with that person lets you put God first, you know it's good. And I don't mean like, I still go to church, right? But if you have to, that's just it. There can't even cut it up anymore. That's the metric you should watch out for. Does this relationship allow me, even encourage me to put God first? And guys, it's not impossible. And the reason I love my girlfriend right now so much is because, sometimes we move back and forth. Sometimes we're more healthy. Sometimes we're more unhealthy. But we always put God first. We always like push each other to like, hey, I won't take it against you. Go if you're struggling with God right now, and you're free to make adjustments on how much time you spend with me. Just go. Hey, spend time with God tonight. Hey, get some rest. Hey, spend time with your family. You see, because that's what it's about. It's not about taking. Love is not about taking. It's about giving. So if a person allows you, and that person actually being with a relationship, that person actually encourages you to put God first, then you know that's a good one, right? And we have someone here will approve. Yeah, he'll say, right? Happy 8th anniversary. Right, love you, Mike. Thank you, guys. That's it. Well, that's the 3 things I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you take it. If you're a junior hire and you don't think this applies to you, write it down. This is going to come. It's going to come eventually. Some guy's going to like you, or you're going to like some guy. So take notes, put this down, and make sure you keep this for the time that comes. All right? And I know it's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging and weird and confusing, but I know it's going to be fun. So let's bow our heads and quickly pray. It's a big topic. I love talking about this topic because it's so real. A lot of us, most of us, go through something like this. And God is the one who gifted us the ability to relate, to fall in love, and to love someone. He allowed us to do that. He's the one who gave us marriage, right? Because that's the kind of relationships that's what He made us for. It's true because it also applies to friendships. There has to be freedom of choice. You can't force someone to be your friend. There has to be honesty, and there has to be self-control. All right, let's quickly pray. Let me pray for you guys. Lord, I pray for the dating relationships that all these students are gonna form someday. Lord, I pray that they're able to put you first, and keep your principles and your values in their hearts, Lord, and fight for those values, so that they can keep the relationships healthy. Father, I know that you love these guys more than anyone ever could, and you love all of us. So thank you for gifting us the ability to love. Father, if anyone's in a toxic relationship right now, I pray that you show them how to get better. God, would you help us for the times that comes? I love you. Please watch over us. Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen and amen. All right. That's it. Well, how are you guys doing? What's up? That's it for today. It's actually a bit of a short service. I've had a full weekend. Ate Ame is here. She wants to say hi because she's an expert on dating relationships. Stream. Can you say hi? Guys, she likes someone, by the way. Ask her. Anyway. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining today's stream. I hope to see you. We'll have services now for students every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. All right. So if you guys can come and visit us here, we had so much fun this morning. So much fun. It felt so exciting, and I actually wasn't used to it anymore, but it was so fun. I hope you guys see. I hope to see you guys soon. But hey, we'll keep doing online services. Isaac and I love you. We're looking out for you guys. All the people who watch us online and can't get here in person, we're doing this for you, just so we could still share God's word to you guys and keep you guys connected. All right. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Keziah, Jo, Arjo, Hannah, Zaira, whoever's watching, thank you guys for joining us today. Love you all. God bless you. And have a good Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Love you all. Bye.